Welcome to another C programming tutorial. In this video, we will discuss about the relational operators or the comparison operators in C programming language. So when we write programs, sometimes we have to compare the values. Sometimes we have to check whether one value is equal to another value or one value is greater than or equal to another value. For these kind of operations, we have comparison or relational operators available in C language. We have is equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. These many comparison operators available, and let us see what do they do and how we can use them. In our program, if we want to check whether two values are equal, then we can use is equal to operator. Here we have to provide two values, left operand, right operand. It will check whether these two values are equal or not. For example, if I want to check whether 10 is equal to 20, then I can write like this. Now the question is, what value does this operator provide? How does it provide the result? Now these comparison operators will provide either true or false values which are equivalent to true or false. So if the result is false, it will return 0. If the result is true, it will return non-zero value. Generally in this case, it will be 1. For example, if I take the cursor on this equal to operator here, it says int 0. The IntelliSense that I'm using here in this editor is highlighting this. It is saying the result of this operator is 0. Why? Because in this example, the left hand side is not equal to the right hand side. So the result of this operation is 0, equivalent to false. If I had 10 equal to 10, this case we can see the result is 1. So equivalent to true. So by using this, we can see whether something is true or false. So now in this particular statement, what we are doing? We are doing the comparison, but we are not storing the outcome or the result of this operation anywhere. We are just ignoring that. If we want, what we can do is we can store that result in a variable. And here, since this outcome will be either true or false equivalent, I can use a Boolean type of variable. So here I'm going to say result, and by default, I will store a value of false, and then I will write result equal to 10 is equal to 10. Now, for some of you guys, this may confuse. This equal to here, one equal to symbol that I have written is the assignment operator, and the two equal to symbol that I have written here, it is the comparison operator. It is equal to operator. Most of the beginners get confused here. If it is confusing, then what you can do is you can use the parenthesis to group the calculation, something like this. So now we can see the programmer wants to perform this particular operation, then whatever the outcome is, he wants to store that in this result variable. We can understand this easily. So now the next thing that I do is I will use the printf function and I will display the value of this result. So here I will say equal to colon, and then I will display the result. So it will be %d and a new line, and here we will refer the result variable. So now if I save this program and run this, we can see the result is 1. The reason for that is 10 is equal to 10. If I write 10 is equal to 20, and then if I build and run this program, we can see we get the result as 0. Now the next thing is here, I'm directly mentioning the values. These values can come from the variables. For example, I can have a variable, let us call it as num1, and let me store a value of 10 in this. Now here I can use this variable in place of these values. For example, I can write num1 is equal to 20, something like this. In real programming, it will be like this. Both of the operands can be variables. Now the next thing is, in this particular example, I'm performing this operation, storing the result in this result variable, then I'm using that result variable in order to display the value. What we can do is we can get rid of this result variable. So I will remove this, And then here in this printf only, I can perform this calculation. So it will be num1 is equal to 10, something like this. Okay. Now the next operator that we will see is called as the not equal to operator. So it will be the opposite of this equal to. It is denoted by not equal to. We can write num1 not equal to 10. So what it does is it will check whether the left hand side is not equal to right hand side. In that case, it will return true, else it will return false. So in this particular example, num1 is containing 10 and I'm checking whether num1 is not equal to 10. So the result will be false because the num1 is equal to 10. So if I save this program and if I run this, we can see we get 0. The next operator that we have is called as the greater than. Here it will check whether the left hand side is containing a value which is greater than the right hand side's value. In this case, it will return 0. Reason is num1 is containing 10. 10 is not greater than 10. 10 is equal to 10. So it will return 0, equivalent to false. The next operator that we have is less than, denoted like this. Again, it will check whether the left hand side is containing a value which is less than the value present in the right hand side. In this particular case, again false because both are equal. The next operator that we have is called as the greater than or equal to. So here we will write something like this, whether the left hand side is containing a value which is greater than or equal to the value present in the right hand side. In this particular case, it will return true. Why? Because num1 is 10. So the left hand side is containing a value which is greater than or equal to the value present in the right hand side. Similarly, we have another operator which is less than or equal to. So we can write like this. So here it will be less than or equal to. Again, in this particular case, it will return true. Why? Num1 is containing a value which is less than or equal to the value present in the right hand side. So now if I save this program and if I run this, we can see the output here. So all you have to understand is we can use this comparison or relational operators in order to compare the values. The outcome will be a Boolean value. It will be true or false. So this is it guys for this particular video. If you guys have any doubt, then post that in the comment section. For more tutorials like this, subscribe to the channel.